with Hattie's Hierophant. I am your tarot reader. If this is your first time here, Leo, welcome. And if you're a returning Leo, thank you so much for allowing me to have a little break last month. Your girl needed to recharge. I was a mess, but now I'm all together. And I appreciate all that energy you sent my way. I received it, so thank you. Now, I did pull a few extra cards this month for us. I pulled a card from my chakra deck, and I pulled several cards from my ancestral deck, and we'll be doing your overall reading from the Rider-Waite deck. And let's begin. For the month of October, let's resonate our energy here, and this is in the energy of creativity. And this energy reminds me so much of you in this burning bright orange, being that fire energy that you are. And you're already this creative individual, but I see that we have a bit of a blockage. Now, this is our sacred chakra that we will be focusing on, not only for this reading, my Leo, but let's focus on it for the month of October. It is located at the lower abdomen. So really focus your energy there now, a big bright orange. And what does it represent? Not only does it represent igniting your creativity, but it also ignites your sexuality in a passionate sort of way, your sensuality. In addition to that, it also represents those relationships, those loving relationships we have with our loved ones, whether it is a lover or whether it is family. And I'm really feeling like, and it's like past family relationships. That's where this energy is as well. And by all means, to really get a good idea of where you should be focusing on, maybe you can kind of research the sacred chakra and really focus your energy there. I feel like it's really going to help you a ton. Now, let's go ahead and go to the Rider-Waite deck. And the center of your reading is that of the Six of Cups. Now, this energy right away it represents nostalgia. It represents, past lives. But I'm feeling like that there is there's something that's been absent for you. So I don't know if recently you've been kind of thinking of whomever that absentee parent is. I know this is going to sound very specific, but I feel like, or there's this absentee maternal figure that you've been thinking about recently. And it's almost like you've been questioning, like, why did you leave? Why are you not here? Why aren't you present, right? And you start to think about like how different my life would have been if you were still around. So I'm really getting that energy. And even if it's not a maternal sort of energy, I feel like maybe it's a friend or a cousin, but it's someone whom you feel like that if they were around, perhaps your life would have gone a different direction. And I almost feel like you're almost even like, why wasn't I good enough for you to stay? Why did you leave me? Is the energy that I'm getting from that. So let's really focus our energy here. I do feel like that there's some energy here that if we work on that those feelings of being left behind will start to sort themselves out. Now let's go on to your moon energy. Your moon energy is where your emotions lie. This is where we have conversations with spirit. This is where we manifest. And I have that of the Five of Wands, more fire energy, Two of Pentacles, and then the Six of Swords. So right away, I'm feeling like there's been a few things that's been happening in your life, Leo. And I feel like that you've been like super busy, and it's kind of started like little rifts here and there, perhaps with people at work or perhaps with loved ones. And it's been like petty little stuff that's just kind of been really exhausting for you. But the good news is through those little, fights, arguments, these petty little things that are happening, right? You're getting information, and you're getting information which you can make your decisions, right? And I feel like, mostly I feel like you've been kind of juggling certain ideas around. You've been juggling, like, should I stay at this job? Should I leave this job? Should I stay in this relationship? Should I leave this relationship? Should I stay at this job? Should I leave this job? So I feel like you've really been going back and forth because somehow you've been enlightened through this. right? Through just like these annoying things. I don't know if, finally you can kind of see the light, like, you know what, I'm not respected here. I'm not appreciated here, is what I'm feeling. And now that you kind of, like the rose-colored glasses have come off, you're really kind of weighing out your options. And I feel like a lot of us are choosing to move, choosing to leave, because you're like, you know what, why am I going to stay here? And the waters are so uneven and they're so choppy, and and no one's really appreciating my ideas or my efforts anyway, so let me take them someplace else. Let me take them somewhere to where I have more opportunity. And obviously there's more opportunity because you see how much larger that spans, and it goes beyond, right? When this is so small and you're being held back anyway, Leo, is what I'm hearing. You're being held back anyway. And it's almost like you're the big fish in the pond, right? And you almost want to be the small fish in the big pond because you'll learn more, right? You want to be the small fish in the big pond. And I feel like that's kind of where you're going. And I feel like you understand that. I feel like you understand that where you are, right? Whether it's in a relationship or a job, or a business, like wherever you are, you're like, I have to go out and expand, even if I'm not the smartest one in the room anymore, even if I'm not the most loved one in the room anymore. I want to be able to have room to grow. Okay. So let's see how that translates in your ego energy. This is your sun energy. This is where you are seen. And I have that of the Justice. I have that of the Seven of Cups for you, Leo. And then I have that of the Knight of Pentacles. So right away, I have some Libran energy here. So perhaps there's a Libra that's going to be assisting us. And you know what? I'm also picking up again on that, because Libra represents that of Venus, right? She has a great appreciation for justice, right? So again, I'm going back to that sacred chakra. To where we're really focusing on our creativity and our love and our sensuality. And your sensuality is so important because it's a different energy than from sexuality, right? And you're like, and what does this have to do with this? It requires a certain softness. It requires a certain action on your part that is going to soften everything else. I hope that makes sense. Now, I'm also hearing that with this journey, because we are moving on, right? I can see that obviously. And whether some of you are just taking your ideas to, a different business, or you're just taking, you're physically moving to a different location, whatever the case, this move is justified. You're justified in your movements, Leo, right? It was kind of meant to happen. Because as you were there, it was just, with this showing up in your moon energy and this showing up in your sun energy, it was just like batshit crazy. You know what I mean? You couldn't even, if there were good ideas, you really couldn't focus on them because, all this crap was going on around it. And so with this move, being very purposeful, because that's what this energy is. This is the slowest night because he is the most purposeful. He makes the list, he checks them twice, right? And really that's how you stay organized. It might sound boring to you, Leo, but I feel like that you're getting a good understanding of how important this is because of all of this that you've seen. You've seen that doesn't get anyone anywhere, right? It just gets them here. Okay, so now we're going to go on to your immediate present, and I have that of the Star energy, which flanks that Six of Cups, and you have that of the Lovers. Now, interestingly enough, in my opinion, right, anytime I pick up on this energy, it really doesn't represent that of relationships. That's more of Two of Cups, and believe it or not, when I see Two of Cups and like a Death card and a Devil card, that signifies more to me relationships. This signifies more of a choice to choose what you passionately want to go after. And I can see that we're kind of thinking about our future. And that's Aquarian energy there. And Aquarian energy is all about change and innovation, doing something different, right? Letting go of those old ways and old way of thinking. And it's almost like wishing upon a star, and that's that North Star that is directing you. And because this is in your immediate present, I can see that whatever move we're making, we're being directed and you're heading in the right direction, and you're choosing passion. You're choosing sensuality, right? Like we said before, once you start resonating there, it just makes loving so much easier and seamless. And interestingly enough, I'm now going to pull the card from our ancestral deck, and that is the one of autumn. And if you read right at the bottom, it says, release the old and rest, right? And I can see a lot of us, Leo, once you get through like this, and you get through all this stuff right here, right? We have to release some old things. You have to, because there's some things you're gonna have to take off that list that we were talking about that you have to make. There's some things you're just gonna have to scratch off because they were just batshit crazy, right? Because you were in the middle of chaos, and chaos just breeds more chaos, right? So now it's just a time to release some of those things, release some old habits that you've kind of formed in that chaos, right? To take things off of that list. And it's time just to kind of sit back and resonate on those new ideas, right? Remember we were talking about that Aquarian energy. That's that Aquarian energy. Like let's rest. Let's take a look at the direction we're going and see exactly where our path is headed. That North Star, exactly where our path is headed. And the next card we get in the ancestral deck, I told you this ancestral deck, it just is so delicious. And it's that of the stargazer, right? Dream bigger, right? Look for the stars. What exactly? Look for the stars, right, Leo? What exactly are your hopes and dreams? Where is it that you feel like you can make the biggest difference, not only in your life, which I feel like that's the most important right now, right? You know, listen, I know that sometimes, Leo, you can be accused of being a bit selfish. And in this case, I feel like being selfish is the way to go in this sort of way, right? Picture yourself on an airplane. If you've ever went on a trip and you went on a flight, and the first thing they say is if something happens to this plane and it starts to go down and that mask comes down, right? What do they tell you? They say help yourself first before you can help someone else. And I feel like, Leo, you need to help yourself first before you can contribute to everyone else. Oh, thank you. Okay. I have one more card there from the ancestral deck, and I'm being told not to reveal it as of yet. But what we are going to do is expand on your moon energy and see exactly what else is going on there with spirit with you. Well, how did we know that? Oh, my Leo, my Leo, my Leo. All right, my darlings. So we expanded on that Five of Wands, and we have that of the King of Wands, along with the world energy. So I feel like that we're starting a new cycle, obviously, and that's what the world card means. Everything that goes up must come down and come back up again. And I feel like you're coming up, right? Because this is in your moon energy, that signifies to me that we are on our way to a new cycle, on a new journey. And that King of Wands is that energy to push it forward, right? More fire energy, more cardinal energy, more masculine energy, right? And that's that energy of pushing forward and, pushing the limits, right? Even though here in our ancestral deck, it said, to release and to rest. We're going to come back to that. Now, I expanded on the Six of Swords, and I have that of the Nine of Cups and the Magician, right? This is just more signification that you're headed in the right direction, Leo. That we're onto this new cycle. We have that of the Magician, and the Magician has all of the tools in his toolbox. He has the cups, he has the sword, he has the wand, and he has the pentacles. It's just a matter of how and when you use them. And I can see here that you've been manifesting, right? You've been manifesting things because of all this strife that's been kind of going on. It's really right? It was like a blessing in disguise, because now you know what not to do. Now you know what not to bring in this new cycle, in this new chapter, right? Now, when I expand on that Two of Pentacles, I have that of Three of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, Leo, I don't want you to fret. You are going to, I feel like for the month of October, that we might have to pay a few more extra bills or dish out a bit more extra money than we're used to doing. But I feel like that, again, just like we were talking about, right? About, focusing on you and being a little bit selfish with you. But it's not only about being selfish with you, but it's about being selfish with your time, being selfish with your money, being selfish with your mental health. Right? There's some folks you're going to have to cut out. And I feel like that there's like a group of people you're going to have to cut out, right? And whether this group of people are a group of people because you're leaving this job, or a group of people because you're leaving this business or this company and you're leaving people behind, but there's something that you're cutting out to get to your authentic self, and there's many blessings here and there's many gifts here is the energy that I'm feeling. I feel like that, okay, it's coming. Listen, by the time you do this, because this is manifestation energy, it's not just, wish fulfillment. This is fulfilled because you've been manifesting it. You've been putting the work in to actually achieve and receive these things, right? But that's what manifestation is. Manifestation requires loss. Manifestation requires loss. It's almost like spirit does it to make room for those blessings that are meant for you. And this is a very specific, very personal gift for you. That's what that energy represents with that Nine of Pentacles. And and nines are beautiful endings in my opinion, right? So there's something that's so beautiful about this ending of this cycle, because you've learned so much and you've gathered so much and you have so much wisdom that you're going to be able to take to this new cycle. I keep getting like this energy in regards to your actual your money and your health and your home. There's something there that that we need to just focus on the stability of it, right? I just want us to be aware of it. Be aware of your health. Be aware of your home. Be aware of your finances, right? Just don't let them just exist. Like, I need you to nurture those things for October and beginning of November. I'm feeling like most of November, actually. October, November. All right, my dear. So I expanded on that of the Justice energy, and we are now back in your Sun energy, and I have that of the Moon, and I have that of the Temperance energy. I feel so much water here. We're obviously, there's some emotional things that's going to come up in our ego energy, and again, I feel like that it's some sort of past relationship or a relationship that has been absent. And it's really taking you to this place of not feeling good enough, right? If you notice here, there's a crab that's coming out of the water. And it's, a lot of that Cancerian kind of energy. And that Cancerian energy, kind of represents like, hiding and kind of hiding your feelings away and, keeping those emotions to yourself. And I feel like that with that Moon energy is causing a bit of confusion because it has nothing to do with you, Leo. Their absence has nothing to do with you, right? Just know that whatever absentee person that is not there has nothing to do with you. It was a decision that they made, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to come back to this energy because I feel like it's more of, normally when I pull energy on this side of the deck, It's normally something that you are constantly thinking about, right? It's in your subconscious. And I feel like subconsciously you're thinking like, it doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair this person wasn't there, right? And you're hurt and angry all at the same time. Like, why aren't they here? You don't feel justified in that. Like, where's the justice in that? You know, you're my father, you're supposed to be here. You're my mother, you're supposed to be here. You're my aunt, you're supposed to be here. Why aren't you here? Is what I'm hearing. Whew, I have to take myself out of that energy. As a matter of fact, this is our third card. This is our third card in our ancestral deck, and is that of Sage, right? And although the message on here says be devoted and committed, and I feel like that your devotion and your commitment is one of the highest out of all the zodiacs when it comes to devotion and when it comes to commitment. Once a Leo has decided, I'm going to be devoted and committed to this, hands down, Leo does it, right? But the energy I'm getting here mostly is of this Sage, and really of Sage is that of meditation and clearing energy and clearing negativity. And I feel like that's what we need to do. I feel like that's where our commitment needs to lie, right? Because what's happening in your subconscious, it's almost like you're feeling sorry for yourself. Like, we need to cleanse that energy, right? We need to release that negativity. And really, it's just not true, really, right? It's really just negative energy that's just like tagging on, right? It's like that third wheel. It's that third wheel that's hanging on to your subconscious. Now, we're going to go back to your sun energy, and I expanded on that of the Knight of Pentacles, and I got that of the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. And, I don't know, maybe I'm a little strange, maybe because I have that cardinal energy, but I love this energy. And the reason why I like it is because this signifies all the work that you've been putting in for years, right? This isn't something you've only been doing for a little bit. You've already been manifesting, and this shows me you've been putting in the work. And although this guy seems like he's handling a lot of stuff, he's handling it, right? Leo, you are handling your business, right? And you've kind of asked for this work because you've been putting in the work. Leo, you got this. It's been taking a little while coming, but you got it. You've been asking for that. Now, I expand on that Seven of Cups, which I think is really important. We have this Knight of Cups, so we have an offer. Either you're going to be giving an offer or someone's going to be offering something to you, right? And really, it is an either or, because we are releasing something, we are leaving something, we are leaving someone. So there's an offer to be made. So whether someone's going to offer you a new job or offer you a new relationship, whatever the case, there's this new offer that's coming your way. And then I have that of the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. And what I love about this is all new energy, right? When we're talking about pages, it's almost the youngest part of your journey. It's the youngest part of this new job, this new career, right? These new ideas, right? And there's this new way that we're going to have to handle our money and our health. And we're in the beginning stages of that. And that lets me know that because we release something, we're in these beginning stages of how we're going to handle this new money, whether it's more or less, right? How we're going to handle this new relationship, how we're going to handle our health going forward, right? How we're going to handle this new job, right? So I see that out of all this chaos that we did have, there's some newness that's coming out of it. Are you focusing on your sacred chakra? On that bright orange on your lower abdomen? I'm focusing on it with you, my Leo. All right, let's expand on your immediate present. Very interesting. We didn't get a ton of major arcanas here. So I feel like that this is going to be a small transitional month for you. So I don't feel like it's going to be stressful. I feel like it's going to be more of things that are developing out of everything we've been going through for most of the year. Now, when I expand on that star energy, I have that of the Knight of Swords and this of the Seven of Wands. So obviously, through these decisions that we've been making and this transition we've been making, we can expect that things are going to start moving forward, that people are going to respect your ideas. And although you're going to be in this position of kind of not necessarily defending your ideas, but I see it's more of people are going to be challenging your ideas, but not in a way to where they don't think you're smart enough, Leo, or where they don't think you get it, Leo, but more of let me see what you got. This is an opportunity for you to be your best Leo, right? Because when you are put on the spot, you shine. So take this as a shining opportunity, not one of where you feel like, man, I thought I was coming here to be respected, right? You're going to be the small fish in the big pond. This is what you wanted. So get up and show them who you are, right? You're the lion, by golly. And then I expand that of the lovers, and we have that of the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So listen, what we see in your immediate present is exactly what you need, right? You need that person and that mentor who's going to tell you like it is. Like, nope, Leo, that's not how you should do it. This is how you should do it. But the great news is it's not what you're used to, right? That Queen of Wands is someone who's charismatic, who knows what they're doing. They're creative and a little mysterious, right? They're going to do things a little bit differently. So this is exactly the mentor you've wanted. This is exactly the job and career you wanted. This is exactly the relationship you wanted. Someone who's going to challenge you to be a better Leo, right? Who challenges a Leo, who challenges a lion. So you respect that. Now, I expand on that of the your center card, which was the Six of Cups. And I have that of the Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Again, I'm just going back to that energy. So, Leo, I don't know if there's, I keep picking up on this father-like figure. And even if it's not a father-like figure, like paternal, right? Maybe it's more of someone who is in some authoritative sort of position, someone you looked up to in that way, to where you're like, that's who I strive to be, or I strive to have his or her attributes, right? I feel like that there's some sort of separation there. But there's great news, right? This is something I think is really important for you to know, Leo. Even though they may or may not be around how you want them to be around, you know what you've gained from it. You've gained a thought process, ideas, right? Even if they were just inherited, there's something that you are carrying forward that is bigger, brighter, stronger. So although they might not be in your immediate 3D, what you got from them, and you got something from them, you're doing it in the most beautiful way. You got the best part of them, and you're showing it to the world. So bravo. All right, my dear. That is all I have. We're going to do a quick little recap. I can see we're going through some transition. Watch our home, money, health. That's really going to be a focus. October, November. I'm even seeing some in December too, like the beginning of December. So really just focus on those things and nurture them. There are some beautiful things that are going to be transitioning your way. So you are starting onto a new path, a new journey for sure. So there's going to be new ideas. There's going to be, I keep seeing new money, but it's like, you have to figure out how to manage this particular money. So I don't know if it's more or if it's less, whatever it is some way, somehow you're gonna have to budget it for the rest of the year, for this quarter, that we're focusing on how to budget that is gonna be important, okay? So listen, congratulations. And I just heard it's hard being the new person. It's hard being the new guy. It's hard being the new gal, right? But you are going to shine like you always do, Leo. All right, so I'm pulling your angel card if you're wondering what I'm doing. And the angel card I have for you is that of peace. I love that energy. And I feel like that piece is meant for you specifically. I do feel like that you're on an individual journey, that you are on a selfish journey. And I believe now this is making sense with that autumn energy where it says release and rest. Because I couldn't figure out the rest because you're so doggone busy. But I feel like it's the peace that you're looking for. And peace is so delicious. It's like having your favorite piece of cake every single day and you don't gain a pound, you don't get a cavity, right? And the only way you know what peace tastes like, and the only way you know how to protect your peace is if you experience it. And you're going to learn how to experience that by coming here and focusing on that chakra of love and creativity, because that's who you are. You are the most creative zodiacs of the zodiacs. So if you're not resonating there, then it's like you don't feel like yourself and you have no peace. All right, my Leo, I hope that this resonated with you. I hope it helps you on your journey to your highest good, my love. And listen, I'm going to see you next month. I do have some series of videos that I'm planning to help us get the best out of our general readings. So be on the lookout for that. And I absolutely adore you.